Hello guys, welcome to another vlog. Sorry it's been a while, not really been much to show, just been working away, prepping away. It's 3:30 p.m. So this is the intro video to today. Just arrived at the gym for obviously legs. Had a deload session deload week last week. So what we did was just cut the quad volume because my quad has been giving me some issues with pain. Still full send on glutes and hamstrings. So back to full volume this week. Although overall we have cut the quad volume in general, just to help with recovery. So looking forward to today's session. Got some quads, some glutes and some calves. So yeah, I'll show you some of the session. It's very warm today, 18 degrees, so I'm sure it'll be warm in the gym. And then yeah, nice to have an afternoon session. Off work today because I work the weekend. Cam's on a half day, so we decided to make the most of that and come in the afternoon. And then we'll see what we get up to this evening. So I always do either calves or abs on my leg days. So this session was some calves. Started off with the calf raise machine, stacking the machine with a plate on it as well. And then I do finish off with some calves on the Smith, although I have not shown that here. But yeah, getting stronger on these, which is always good. Always need more calves. Now, this is usually my third movement, but the Smith was taken, so I did this first. I do 3 sets of hip thrust. I'm doing 5 reps with 5-second hold, 3 reps with a 3-second hold, and then 5 pulse reps. And you really do get that burn in the glute. So yeah, I hip thrust now 3 times a week since the program has been changed. So the other 2 days it's just straight sets, but this is more of a, I don't know what the word would be, but anyway, we get some pauses and then some pulse reps to finish off the set. So then we move on to Smith squats. Did this as movement 3, obviously, waiting for the Smith to be free. I do 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, trying to get deep quad focused squatting. Smith is much better for me. I would love to be able to barbell squat, but just for my stability, Smith is better. Stops me using my lower back as much, and therefore keeps it a bit more pain-free. With this, my sort of load reps have been holding for a few weeks, but that's fine. It's a compound movement. I don't expect strength to be flying up. This was not my top set. I think this is my second set of 3. Need to tighten my belt a little bit because it feels quite loose and don't think it's doing very much for me anymore. It's always nice to have to tighten the belt. Then we move on to glute kickbacks on the cable, 3 sets per leg. I have dropped the load slightly on this because I felt like I was using my back more than using my glute. But yeah, I really do feel the burn in the upper glute in this movement. Really, really like this movement. Used to hate it because all I felt was my lower back, but working on form a bit and strengthening my glutes has allowed me to feel this movement a lot more comfortably. So at this point I was normally doing leg press, but I think I've already said we've cut down the quad volume. So instead some adductor has been added, 3 sets of 12 reps. Been stacking this machine for a while. I think I mentioned that in my last video, which for me is something I'd never done before, so pretty happy with that. Just trying to keep doing that and maybe getting a few more reps each time. But adductors feeling nice and strong, and I now do them twice a week, and this just helped with getting that quad volume down and the pain that I have in my hip. Moving on to abductor then, I really like this prime abductor. Again, getting quite strong on this. You don't need to put your legs out really, really far. As long as you can feel the burn in the glute, it doesn't matter. I like to do this with a pad behind me, just to sit a bit more comfortably forward. This is a set where I do 10 reps, 5-second rest. That's why I'm looking at my watch. And then try and get up to 10 reps after the 5-second rest. And again, getting stronger on this, which is nice. And then here I'm using the V squat in a reverse fashion with a B stance to target the glute. So here working on the left glute and just using that right leg, that foot to support me. Getting quite strong on this. This machine is great because you can do lots of things with it. You can squat, you can do RDLs, good mornings is what we would call them. You can do whatever stance you like, single leg, dual leg. So it's a great machine to have in the gym. Not many people use this machine, so it's usually free, which is great, but I really love this movement just for targeting each glute individually. And then, as I said, I did do some more calves after this, but I haven't filmed that today. So guys, that is today's session complete. Just done some posing. I'm going to do a little bit of stretching now just before I go home. I'm starving but have to stretch because my hips flexors are so tight and I just need to keep on top of it. So I'm going to do that, get home. It's like nearly 6 and I've got 3 meals to eat, so that's great. Check-in yesterday, by the way, I didn't say food has changed, so I'm on 5 meals instead of 6, so that's just a way of cutting the meals, or cutting the calories. So obviously pushed my first meal late today. I had a lie-in this morning anyway because I worked all weekend, but now I'm left with 3 meals to eat at like 6 p.m. Not ideal, but I'm either loads of meals at the end of the day or nothing at the end of the day. It's just, anyway, trying my best to get a routine, but it's difficult whenever some days I'm working, some days I'm not. Night shifts, day shifts, long shifts, blah. Anyway, so I'm going to go home, have my post-workout, and then 2 more meals. We'll see what we get up to this evening. We need to do the grocery shopping, so we'll do that. It's a lovely day here, and the clocks changed yesterday, which means that it's brighter a little bit later, which is just great because that helps my mood. Decently strong session, so I'm happy with that post-deload. A few things dropped a little bit in strength, but other things went up, so happy. And yeah, just excited to keep going with the process. I don't know how many weeks out I am because I'm just going to compete when I'm ready. Obviously I've got some shows in mind, so I'll book leave off work around those just in case. We're aiming for June, July time, but we'll just see how things go. So we've just done our Tesco shopping. This is just to last a couple of days. Should be cheaper because, you know, we eat nothing these days. So it's great and crap when your groceries are cheap. So we've obviously got some fruit, veg, protein sources, some lovely energy drinks slash caffeine slash sweet treats that you get in Pepsi Max, of course. Not very exciting, but does the job. Obviously we have things like Creamer Ice Whey as well. But yeah, that's about it really, not very exciting. Nice to be off today and get the training done early. Got some steps to do this evening which we will do together, and some food to eat and then bedtime, I think. So that is a wrap on today's video. So we had a nice lie-in, did cardio, had leg day. First day having only 5 meals has been fine. The harder days will be work days, I think, but off days, absolutely fine. We did some grocery shopping. We've just back from a nice long walk, which is nice and refreshing before bed. And we're now going to sit and watch some TV and then go to bed. So yeah, hopefully catch you all soon. And yes, please like, subscribe, comment if you have anything you want me to cover, as always, or send me a DM.